of you want to do things right? To keep up with keeping your lives tight. Tight as in being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you want to truly succeed in attaining all in that which is your need? To be heard by the real answerer of all deeds, the true hero of all whom pleads. Who of you really want to bow down to the true King of Kings commanding the crown? To worship the one that ever rules alone, commanding everything of creation from the seat of its throne.
And we're going to go on. Now, Jesus, peace and blessings be with them about your presence. But can you feel where I'm coming from? You know, the Lord don't send down no falsehood. The Lord sends down truth. I've had enough people come through my life that has loved me and hated me. Loved me for the spirit of Allah, hated me for the truth of Allah. Become angry with me because they truly angry with the Lord. Want to do the Lord wrong, but they can't get to the Lord, so they do me wrong. And Allah has sat me still in his throne. Have sat me still to be the messenger that I am. And not change. Not contradict. Not make the message hypocritical. Huh? If I've deceived any of you, I've deceived you for your own good. People say, oh, how could you do that? How do you deceive? Stop trying to act like you're so holy and righteous. Everyone deceives someone for some reason all the time. You see somebody you don't like or you think they don't like you and you smile, you deceptive. Hey, how you doing, boss? Hate your boss. How you doing, boss? How you doing? So go talk about the sisters behind you. Like, you're deceptive. Come out of the church, thank the Lord Jesus. Oh, look at them damn Muslims. Deceptive. Oh, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Oh, praise be to Allah. Oh, look at them hog-eating Christians. Deceptive. Because, see, the Lord's message is to be about the peace, the As-Salam. About the peace. How many of us is truly about the peace? Because if we was truly about the peace in all the religions, these political people and these scientists who are demons could not infiltrate the religious people and divide us and cause us to kill one another, because the great masses of people are the religious people. It's the fewer that's the politicians and the scientists. And they divide us. All races and nationalities and religions. And if you look into the races deep enough, you're going to go all the way back to one or two people. If you look into the religion of all the people, you're going to go back to that one. So why the great division? Because the devil knows divide and conquer. Why do you think cities are separated in sections? You got this district and that district and that district, and everybody talking different. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? This is an A.H.A.D moment? Got a phone with the A.H.A.D moment coming on. That's the co-host of an A.H.A.D moment, Fat Kid. He has drowned himself with the entry to the A.H.A.D moment because he wanted to be the host of the A.H.A.D moment. Wow. You put that on there yourself? You had that put on for you? Well, that's good. And I have moments at the top of your agenda. I hear you. Get the message out, right? Serve Allah. But you got to put that have moment inside yourself. You know, serve Allah inside yourself. And that's what this whole thing is all about. Us being true to ourselves, man. You know? Because our children are the fruit we bear. What are we doing? Are we creating another generation of failures? Another generation of ignoramuses? Another generation of slaves for the devil? Is that what we creating? You know, they say wisdom come with age. I say, you know, if wisdom come with age, then you're a fool until you get old, right? Why wisdom can't come right now? It takes time to gain wisdom, but how much time do you need to gain wisdom? You need a moment to hear the Lord and take heed of the Lord's words and obey it and submit to it completely. Now you wise. That's it. Why make it difficult? That's the truth of the matter. Some people say, come on, see, he's talking, he's unreal, that's impossible to do. No, it's not. I smoked cigarettes for 10 years like a fool back in the day when I was in the projects in the hood growing up. 10 years. And got up to smoking 2.5 packs a day. Turned around, gave my heart to Allah. For real. I said, you know, I'm tired of destroying myself. I said, now, we get ready to go on Ramadan, and I say, I submit to you. Now, I'm talking to Allah. I say, I submit to you. And you say, do not partake of intoxicants, the mind. And cigarettes is an intoxicant. I realized that. It made me calm when I was nervous. It was because it intoxicated my mind, intoxicated my blood, which went through my brain, which calmed me down. But the side effects of it was very negative. And I said, oh Allah, when I fast, I'm going to fast away from all this evil. Please help me. Please do it for me. I waited the last minute to smoke that last cigarette, that last minute before the next day came in, and put them down. And I said to a group of brothers who were sitting over across the table from me, they were smoking cigarettes and marijuana. I said, I can't hang out with y'all no more. I said, I've been trying to call y'all off the streets. Almost all of them brothers is dead or in jail. I said, I've been trying to call y'all off the street, but it seemed like y'all calling me back to the streets. So I'm getting ready to go on my fast, and I'm leaving you all, and I'm leaving all this behind, because I wasn't doing no marijuana then. I wasn't doing no alcohol, man. But I had came out of the military. I was like really trying to do my thing right, you know, because that was my reason for trying to go in there to escape this city. And I never went back to smoking. Not really. I know once I tried to hurt myself out of frustration some years, 20 years later, but a little less than that. Maybe, I don't know. And I got into this thing for a few weeks or months and cut that, said, what the hell am I doing to myself? You know, cut that job out. Because other Muslims were smoking around me. And I said, you know, you got so many people who practice being in the way, but they do so much ill, so much wrong, and then they get comfortable doing it because you got a group of people doing it. I started smoking just like that. They said, how do you do that? And everybody on the nicotine patch, the nicotine pill, this shot, that shot, you know, all kinds of situations because they don't have belief, trust, and faith in Allah. They don't have enough love. I did what I did not out of faith. I did it out of love for Allah. I wanted my Lord to be pleased with me because I had love for it. So I said, I'm not going to do these things you say don't do. And it gave me that true reaction to my action. That's why I say children will give you truth. You may look at it as something else, but they give you a true response to your being. We got work to do as a people. Men are different from women, women are different from men, but we both, as people, got a job to do collectively on our children. Why would we have children? If we don't have children for the cause of Allah, then why are we having children? For the cause of ourselves? Because that's wrong. Because men and women have children for the cause of themselves, for their own purpose, you have people killing babies all around the world. Oh, that's a girl. I don't want to kill her, boom, bury her, boom. I want boys. You got people making false religions talking about if you have boys, 6 boys, you promised heaven. When did Allah say that? They are demons dividing the pact of truth, trying to split the covenant of Allah. When did Allah say boys were better than girls? It's because people are not true. They create these false religions, these false religious paths. If you're not true under that cover of yours, then what can you do but create a false religious path for those who can peep under your cover? You could lie to me, you could lie to yourself, you could lie to the Lord, but it's going to come back to you. When I say that, I don't mean you will believe your own lie, or I will believe it, or the Lord will believe it. But if it's a lie, it's coming back to you. Some people's whole life is a lie. Can you imagine that? Their whole life is so bad that their whole life is based upon lies. They wake up lying to themselves. They've been lying to themselves since the time of their childhood. And they feel comfortable in lying to themselves. Can you imagine that? It might be hard for some of you who don't do that to imagine it, but know that it's real. People do it. We have people in this community who have been with me for over 20 years, still lying to themselves. Still think that we, Allah gave me myself, cannot see them under that cover. And still living the lies and building upon them lies. Not realizing that just because Allah is not saying anything to them through me about it, they're not safe. We've been called as a people to submit to Allah for a long time, since the beginning of the last century, since Ghulam Ahmed was fought against by the Orthodox Muslims. Allah turned to us and brought people over to the West, because they knew the sun would rise in the West. That's why people always say it. And brought people to this land and raised people up in this land after they brought the word over here. Raised its messengers up over here. And the people have rejected it. Now, we got people in the African American community, their sole aim is to become white, Caucasian-minded, Caucasian-like. That's their sole aim. And they feel like they're better than other African Americans if they got more Caucasian in them, in terms of the gene pool, if they hang out with Caucasians, and the Caucasians accept them more, setting them up. They got jobs with the Caucasians, executive jobs especially, and they are the upper middle class. Some is in the lower class and they think they're in the upper middle class. The mentality is, I'm Sadidi. You know? And they are broken inside themselves because they're trying to be a people that they're not. You know how much confusion that is? What's wrong with loving thyself? What's wrong with accepting your own self? Huh? If Allah created you in a certain way, you might not like certain things about yourself, but you need to try to understand those things about yourself. If you don't understand the things about yourself, how are you going to break the patterns that's been created for you by your forefathers? If you understand the nature of yourself and the nature of your forefathers, and you see that chain link of your being to them, if you got enough heart to break that chain link and not worry about what's going to happen tomorrow, then if you do that for the cause of Allah, for your love for Allah, then Allah promised that He will save you and start a new chain of events for your lineage. But if you choose the devil's way and you choose to have a lack of faith, you choose to be a coward or whatever, you want to be a facader or a faker, then you're not going to break that link. You're not going to break that link because you're not going to have enough heart to break that link. You sit around afraid. I remember people used to tell me, I used to work for the post office when I was younger, and I quit. My Lord told me to quit the job. After I quit the job, I realized that it was for the benefit of me, not just for the cause of Allah, but it was for the benefit of me because it was a very unhealthy place that was going to take me out. But the people in the post office is like Peyton, like what they call it, Peyton Place. They pass information from one city to the next. You got the truck drivers go from station to station passing all the information about what's going on. Post office is like one big community. They pass it out. Saleem went crazy. Yeah, he must have had a nervous breakdown, man. Yeah, what happened? He quit the post office. Oh man, he did that. Oh, he finished. His life finished. I went out, had a year's vacation, doing Allah's work, got a job making much more money than I was making at the post office, had freedom, much more freedom, authority, power, that I didn't abuse. I was living life, and they thought I had gone insane. And I go and talk to brothers that has made a career there, and I talk to them about what's going on there. And they never stop to say, how you know what's going on when you ain't been there for 20-something, 30 years? Because it's a world of monotony. It never changed. It's always the same. And you have been living a monotonous life for all these years. And people can tell time on you. They know what your life is consistently. Doing the same thing. Every day, the same thing. Never changing, and you're wondering what's wrong with you. Why you so complacent? Why you can't move when Allah say move? Why you can't be free? Why you can't break the inertia when Allah said break the inertia of that and get with me in this? When you go to a job that you've been on for 20, 30 years, doing the same thing every day you go, and you go to a supervisor who gives you instructions every day, as though it's your first day, getting on your nerves, telling you what you know you're supposed to do. Why you need a supervisor to tell you what you're going to do? 20 years from now, you're going to be doing the same thing. Everybody in the post office should be a prophet. I prophesied that tomorrow I'm going to come here. This supervisor going to say to me that this is the best job that you could have without education. You can't find a job better than this. You quit this job, get fired, you through. Now, I want you to go over in there, and I want you to punch these envelopes, these zip codes up in this machine here. I want you to go over there and empty that box. I want you to go over there and clean out that, that cage on the double. I don't want to see you sitting around doing anything. Don't leave all the work for the casuals, for the part-timers. Come on, fella. Come on, listen. 30 years of it. I predict that's going to happen. With that job, I predict that's going to happen in 1939. Because it happened in 2039. Because it happened in 1979. They never change. Never change. Do they? People walk out of the post office like a zombies. Like zombies. And I never known a group of old people that have mastered not working as much as the postal workers in my life. They master how I'm going to not empty that compost over there, how I'm not going to do that work, how I'm going to make them do that work. They spend all this energy in trying to keep from doing work, when Allah says, in work I give you wisdom. Now, if you practice not working, you practicing to stay away from the wisdom. They used to ask me when I worked at the post office 30, 40 years ago, whatever it was, why you work so hard? I said, because I'm working for Allah. I said, I'm getting my exercise in. I said, and I don't have to go to the gym. Don't you go to the gym and work out after? Yeah, I joined this gym and that gym, and I pay how much it costs. Yeah, well, I get paid to work out. Watch this here. Watch me empty this box by myself in 20 minutes. Get my workout and get paid by the U.S. government. And I was in great shape. Got paid. Good health. Got paid for it. And watch everybody else shrug around and get dusty and rusty and old and slow and weak and absent-minded, and all they good at is figuring out how not to work. Spend all that energy in not working. I'm sorry, postal people. I know some of you saying, damn, man, don't be doing that, talking about us like that. But you know it's the truth. If it's not the truth, email me at thirdhouse@yahoo.com and tell me it is not the truth. That's what you do. And prove to me it's not the truth. And I ain't been inside there for over 30 years now. And I'm telling you, it's the truth. Huh? But that's the way some of our lives is transferred. Whatever you practice, you take that practice with you into other areas of your life. That's why it's good to practice doing right. You make a contract with a person or a place to do a certain work, do the work. Go to do the work. Be happy doing the work. If you can't be happy doing the work, you're on the wrong job. get away from that job and find something that's going to bring some happiness to your life, so that you will go on and do that work and be pleasing and positive with Allah, and it will put thoughts in your mind while you working, thoughts that will bring fullness to your life, thoughts about other things that's away from your job. And you think about it. While you're at your job, thinking about how you can get away from work all the time, your mind is locked in your job because you're thinking about how you can get away from it all the time. But if you there doing what you're supposed to do, and you working hard, and you happy, and you just doing your job, man, to please Allah, then Allah will take you away from that job while you're working and give you thoughts, universal thoughts. I've discovered so many things while I was working doing something else. And I passed this off to my children. That's been my message. Work hard, work true. To thy own self be true, but to thy Lord make sure you the truest. And don't cheat yourself. How much time on that, brother?
4 minutes.
4 minutes. 4, the number of death. So I'm going to kill this thing. You know? But, you know, my message to you is sincere. I joke around and what have you, but, you know, you really need to get the deeper message of what I'm giving you. The hell with those people that want to say I'm not the messenger of Allah. It doesn't matter whether I'm the messenger of Allah or the devil of Allah. If I'm giving you truth, look into the truth. I'm not going to incarcerate you or beat you down and tie you down or anything like that there. You're free. You can go hide by yourself and investigate what I say. Look into what I say. Look into that truth and try to grow and pass that on to your children, because we need a change. And the politicians is not going to free us up. You all talk about, you know, the black man in this country moving up and everything. No, There's an institution in this land that's going to stay on the top. And it don't matter if you black, white, brown, yellow, green, purple, whatever. They're going to keep you down if you're not a part of that institution. And if you're not in the elite in that institution, you're not going to get the best of it, because they are the jinn. They serve the devil before they serve Allah. Now it's fashionable for the politicians to say God, 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 and religion, you know? Why? Because they know that the people have moved to a religious base. Now they got the people off the religious base, so they acted as though they are the ones of the religion. And the people with that in their psyche, in the back of their mind about religions is true, listens to them. And we got leaders calling themselves reverends and what have you, that's leading us to politicians, to the White House. You got Muslims talking about praying on the White House lawn. You got Muslims talking about 1 million men going to the White House begging on their lawn or showing solidarity there. You know, what about 1 million of them going to the masjid, or 1 million of them at the same time praying to a lot of freedom up from each other's captivity, to make themselves slaves of it alone. Slaves to Allah alone. What about these leaders teaching you and giving you education to try to free you up from them? But no, men are so selfish. They want fame and they want glory. And they want to be gods because they think that makes them real. You know? But we all got a price to pay. Ye who are messengers and ye who are not. We all got a price to pay, whether it's in this life or the next. My thing is this: why should I get into the ring to fight and just go in there to protect myself when I could knock somebody out of the ring and then I don't have to worry about protecting myself no more? That's the way I see Islam. That's the way I see street life. You try to hurt me, I'm going to take you out as quick as I can. My Islamic path, you come to me, I'm going to try to take you out because I want peace. I don't want to have to be standing there concentrating on you. I want to concentrate on my Lord. I get the best that I can to my children of truth. If they don't want it, so be it, because they truly belong to Allah, like I belong to Allah. So all I can do is give them the message and give them examples and show them by my works. And understand the fruit that I bear and have bore. And with that I say, may Ahezaah's peace and blessings be with them about your presence. May Ahezaah's peace and blessings be with them about your presence. As you see, my panel didn't kind of converse with me that much, did they? But that's cool, because I wanted to get the message out. So much love, much peace. See you next time. Holy-Apostle Deen signing out.
Who of you want to do things right? To keep up with keeping your lives tight. Tight as in being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you